Classic Bill Belichick, am I right? Welcome back to the Green Beans Go channel. It's your host, me, and leave it to the man in the cutoff hoodie himself to bust everyone's parlay across the nation. And I don't know if it's more about the Patriots or more about the Bills in this one, but either way, the Bills lost and people cried. Let's look at the Week 9 rankings. We keep the categories the same. At the top, we have Super Bowl conversation, followed by comfy playoffs, then the category, 6 and 11, and finally, at the bottom, we have wins the draft. Every team that was on a bye week has been inserted into their previous spot just because I think that is the most fair thing to do. And now we will start with the Cardinals, who are just preparing for their draft pick. I'm on record saying I hate the Falcons and the Falcons are overrated. Here's the problem, though. I looked at their schedule, and I'll put it right here on the screen. That might be the easiest, most cupcake, free stealing candy from a baby schedule I've ever seen. This team will probably make a wild card spot just because they don't face a team over 500 the rest of the year. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And you know why? You know why? Because I'm putting their loss to the Colts in the rearview mirror. This team is legit. Lamar Jackson is legit. Their defense is solid. I realize they're in the AFC North, and I have a total distaste for that division, but hey, the Ravens proved something to me this weekend, and I respect it. This is going to come as a shock, but I am going to put the Bills in the category. I obviously think they can win the division, especially because I think Miami is overrated, but they do not deserve to be in the comfy playoffs after losing to the Patriots and barely getting by the Giants and losing to the Jaguars the previous week. 3 awful weeks in a row, for the Bills. Nice little win for the Bears this weekend. Doesn't matter, though. I am officially drawing a line in the AFC North sand. The Browns are a 6 and 11 team. I was believing in their defense, but after the Colts put up 30 points on them. 6 and 11 for the Browns. Nice win for the Broncos. It also doesn't matter. Lions had a tough loss, but they're going to win that division, even though the Vikings won last night. Comfy playoffs for the Lions. Big yikes for Jordan Love and company. And I said at the beginning of the season, you can go back and find the video, that take the Packers under 9.5 wins. A lot of people clowned me for it. So you don't believe in the Packers? They've got a lot of talent. Yeah, so do the Bills, buddy. Okay, 6 and 11 for the Packers. Okay, I'm going to take a pause here, and I am going to move the Browns up just because they're going to win more than 6 games probably. Forget the line in the sand. I'm going to just cross the line out in the sand, and we're just going to go back into the sand. Colts got robbed. No other way to put it, but such as the NFL, 6 and 11 for the Colts. Jaguars win the South easily. I'm going to do this, and it's going to kill me to do this. And I'm doing this only because of their defense. I respect the Chiefs' defense. This is a defense that has taken a complete 180 from last year. They have turned it around, and they know exactly how to game plan for teams. They're holding teams to under 20 points a game. Super Bowl conversation for the Chiefs. The Chargers are sputtering. I do think they can win 8 games this year, so we'll put them in the category. Bad loss for the Rams, another one that the refs had a part in, 6 and 11. Raiders are a weird team, pretty inconsistent. Yes, they were playing with their third string, technically QB this weekend, but they did not look good against a bad Bears team. I'll respect it and say 6 and 11 and hope that when Garoppolo comes back, they'll get back on the horse. Speaking of horses, the Dolphins are just as bad as I thought they were, losing to the Eagles, which was my best bet of the week. Remember, I do these videos every week, so check those out if that interests you. However, the Bills are falling just as hard as the Dolphins, if not harder. So I do think the Dolphins may win that division. At the worst case, they'll get the wild card. Good win for the Vikings, 6 and 11. Great win for the Patriots, but I don't think they get to 6 games. So wins the draft for Belichick, who did sign an extension. So we'll get to see those cutoff hoodies for years to come. Yes, the Saints lost Thursday, but I do think they still win the NFC South. Sue me, Falcons fans. I did like the Giants this weekend over the Commanders. They got it done, but I don't think it's enough to win 6 games. I think the Eagles are a beatable team. I think they have holes that can be exploited both on the offense and the defense, and we saw the Jets be able to do just that. I don't think their win against Miami is about them as much as it is exposing who Miami really is. So I'm hesitant to put them here. I'm going to put them in comfy playoffs because I know that they will win the division, or the Cowboys will win the division, and the other team will get a wild card spot. But I do have my eye on the Eagles, and if they can go through this horrible stretch of games and come out at 75%, we'll move them up to Super Bowl conversation. Good win for the Steelers. AFC North team. The Seahawks now have as many losses as the 49ers. I'm going to play it conservative and put the Seahawks in the category. I think when the 49ers are at full health, they are a shoo-in to win the NFC West. So I'll put them at comfy playoffs, but they need to have their sensors up because danger is around every corner for this team. They have been exposed. I believed in Tampa Bay. At one point in this year, I believed in Tampa Bay. And I'm still going to believe because their schedule is easy, but it's not enough to make the playoffs. Give me one oof for the Commanders. Yeah, they wins the draft. Taking a look at the movers, makers, and money shakers. Taking a look at the movers, shakers, and money makers this week, the Ravens and the Chiefs joined the Super Bowl conversation. And I know that's not possible theoretically, but here we are. In comfy playoffs, we see a lot of teams stay the same, but we do see the Eagles and the Saints move up. The Saints move up on a loss, mind you. Pretty interesting. For the category, fine, I'll respect the Falcons just because of their easy schedule. In other words, I won't respect the Falcons. I'll respect the schedule makers for giving the schedule to the Falcons that of a kindergartner at recess. And the Bills move down, obviously. 6 and 11 stay the same, except for the Rams, who lost a heartbreaker against the Steelers. Some might even say they stole that one. And wins the draft stays completely the same, except the Commanders, who joined the category. They might win 6 games, but I'm not going to go back and change it. As always, guys, thanks for coming by and watching. I do picks every week. I do these every week. I'm going to start doing NBA content. We're going to be raining down videos, so make sure you like, watch, and subscribe in that order. I don't know. We'll see you next time.